Mr. Crane, please understand. Another jolt of electricity could damage her brain for life. Very possibly kill her.
Either way, she won't be thinking about Luis anymore. Again.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but in all good conscience, I can't obey your instructions.
Since when does good conscience have anything to do with anything? Am I to understand that you don't give a damn what happens to your wife and children? Because I will punish them for insubordination. I'm surprised, Dr. Ackland. I always thought of you as a family man.
This is your family. This is your flesh and blood. How can you do this to her?
Enough with the chit-chat. We've shot her full of enough drugs to dull her senses and numb at least some of the pain. Do you want to turn on the juice, or shall I?
Please, God, forgive me.
Yes, Gina.
Antonio's at the hospital. He's looking for Sheridan.
Antonio's here? I'll take care of it.
My husband's in the hospital? What if he finds out what we're doing?
How did you ever become a physician with nerves of jelly? I'll take care of Antonio. You just continue with my daughter's treatment.
Mr. Crane, she's so weak from the shocks you've already given her. I don't think her body can withstand anymore.
Don't stop until you've erased every thought of that low-life Latino policeman from her brain. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Please. No more. No more.
I'm sorry. He said he'd hurt my family.
Anything I can help you with, Antonio?
Yeah, where the hell's my wife?
Oh, calm down, son. She's with her doctor.
At this hour? All right, where are they?
One of the therapy rooms, I suspect.
Therapy? Nobody told me anything about any therapy tonight. Why don't you tell me what's going on, Alistair?
Oh, for heaven's sakes, Antonio, don't let that Latino-Irish temper of yours get the best of you. It's a good thing Sheridan's not in her room. You'd only upset her.
I'm gonna be fine, but I want to see my wife. I want to know that she's getting better.
Of course she's getting better. But it doesn't happen overnight. At this very moment, I imagine, Dr. Ackland is helping her express her conflicted feelings about you and your brother Luis. If you want your marriage to my daughter to get back on track, let the doctor do his job so that Sheridan can clear her head.
Did you hear that? That sounded like Sheridan.
In this great big hospital with God knows how many patients, you're clearly a man in love with his wife, but I sincerely doubt that was Sheridan's voice.
No, that sounded like Sheridan. What are they doing to her in here?
Hold on there, Antonio. I'm quite certain that wasn't Sheridan's voice.
You know what, you keep saying that, but how in the hell would you know? You haven't even spent any quality time with your daughter lately.
True enough. A sad fact of life that I intend to correct in the future. However, I know that couldn't have been Sheridan because I just passed the woman who was screaming. She's in one of the rooms down the hall. I was concerned enough about her that I asked the nurse what was wrong. Apparently, the poor thing suffers terribly from migraines.
No, that sounded like Sheridan. I'm gonna find her.
And shorten her session with Dr. Ackland for no good reason? I would have thought you'd want to hasten her recovery, not keep her confined in here any longer than necessary.
Of Of course I don't want to keep her here. I'd like her to be at home.
Then why not let Dr. Ackland do his job?
Oh, the lights keep flickering.
Faulty wiring, no doubt. I'll have to increase my endowment to the hospital so they can bring the electrical system up to standard. Why don't you go on home now? I'll tell Dr. Ackland you'll be back to see Sheridan tomorrow.
No. I'm not going anywhere until I see my wife.
Of course, I understand how difficult this is for you, but your wife really does need some time alone if she's ever to rid herself of her demons.
I don't think she's ever going to get over the loss of that baby.
Oh, I think she will with the appropriate medical treatment. I can't tell you how much I admire the courage you've shown in doing the right thing for my daughter.
I just hope so.
Oh, there's no question. From everything I've seen, Dr. Ackland's therapy is amazingly effective. You could almost call it electrifying.
Oh, my God. God, I think I killed her. My God.
Is there a problem?
I don't care what you do to me, Mr. Crane. Only a monster would murder his own daughter like this.
Then she's dead.
I'm trying to find a pulse. It's there. It's very weak.
Better luck next time.
What is wrong with you?
Me? If I were you, I'd be more concerned with Sheridan's condition. Have you at least managed to wipe any trace of Luis Lopez Fitzgerald from her brain?
It's hard to know what's left of her brain at this point. You won't know anything until she wakes up.
Get her back to her room, so her husband stops pestering me with questions. But I'm telling you right now, if she's still thinking about Luis when she comes to, we'll be having more sessions.
Mr. Crane, please. For the last time. This is your daughter. This is your family.
I'm doing all this to protect my family. And I'll do whatever it takes to keep my daughter and that lover of hers apart, even if she has to die in the process.